Setting up SAML single sign-on with Okta requires configuration of a virtual proxy in Qlik Sense and configuration of the identity provider, Okta. In the QMC, open Virtual Proxies and create a new virtual proxy. In Properties, ensure that the sections Identification, Authentication, Load Balancing, and Advanced are selected. For the description and prefix, type Okta. For the session cookie header name, add -Okta at the end of the existing name. For authentication method, select SAML. Check the SAML single logout option to ensure that all SSO sessions are properly closed. For SAML host URI, enter the URL that users will use to access Qlik Sense. This is the name of your server. For SAML entity ID, enter Okta. Skip SAML IDP metadata as it will be added at a later stage. For SAML attribute for user ID, enter email. This is the user's email address stored in Okta. You can choose a different standard or custom field within the Okta configuration to act as the user ID. For SAML attribute for user directory, enter Okta. This is a static attribute that requires brackets. For SAML signing algorithm, select SHA1. Under SAML attribute mapping, click Add New Attribute. Enter Groups as SAML attribute and Group as Qlik Sense attribute. Then clear the selection in Mandatory. Under Load Balancing Nodes, click on Add New Server Node. Select the engine nodes to which this virtual proxy will load balance connections. In this case, the central node. In the Host Whitelist section, click Add New Value. Add the host name of the Qlik Sense server, that is, the same server you entered for SAML host URI. Click Apply and then OK to restart the services. In the Associated Items menu to the right, select Proxies. Click Link and link the virtual proxy to the proxy or proxies that will use this configuration. The proxy service is restarted. Navigate back to the virtual proxies overview page. Select the Okta configuration that you created and click Download SP Metadata. Here is the metadata that Qlik Sense generated. You'll need the information contained in this file to configure Okta authentication. Now you can configure Okta. You will need an Okta developer account. Select Developer Console and then switch to the classic UI. Click Add Application. Create a new app and select SAML 2.0. Give a name to the app and click on Next. For single sign-on URL, enter the Assertion Consumer Service URL from your SP metadata file into the field. Make sure to include the trailing slash after SAML authn, or Qlik Sense will not accept a SAML assertion. For Audience URI SP Entity ID, enter the Entity ID value from the SP metadata, in this case, Okta. For Name ID format, select Transient. Click Show Advanced Settings. For Enable Single Logout, select Allow Application to initiate single logout. For single logout URL, use the following format: https://machine name /virtual prefix name /SAML authn /SLO. For SP issuer, use the SAML entity ID from the virtual proxy, in this case, Okta. For signature certificate, browse to the server.pem certificate, usually found here. In the Attribute Statement section, for name, enter email, and for value, select user.email. In the Group Attribute Statement section, for name, enter groups, and for filter, select regex, and add the following string. Then click on Next. For the question, "Are you a customer or partner?" select "I'm an Okta customer adding an internal app." Optionally, select "This is an internal app that we have created." Then click on Finish. The sign-on page is displayed. From this page, you can download the IDP metadata. Qlik Sense requires that the metadata file has an XML extension, so make sure to save the file as metadata.xml. Scroll up and select Applications in the top menu. Then click the Assign Applications button to assign this application to the users. In this way, the user can use the connection you just created. Once the Okta configuration is completed, you can upload the IDP metadata to the virtual proxy. Under Authentication, SAML IDP metadata, click Choose File. Select the metadata file downloaded from Okta, and then click on Apply. Next, click OK to accept changes to the virtual proxy, and click Refresh QMC. You are now set to test the configuration. Open a new browser window and navigate to the Qlik Sense server URL, including the virtual proxy path. The browser is redirected to Okta to authenticate the login request. As you can see, Okta redirects you back to the Qlik Sense hub. And that concludes this video. Thanks for watching.